Hi Taurus, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for May 17th through May 23rd. It's going to be for Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus signs, or any other placements you might have in Taurus. Also, this isn't going to resonate for everybody, so if it doesn't, for some reason this week, check out those other placements. Okay, guys, let's see what's going on for you. We've got Strength in reverse. We're going to check into your recent past, your current energy, and then your near future, and we'll clarify that as well. Okay, so the overall energy is the moon. This might just be that you're holding on to some things that are personal to you. Maybe you're not feeling like you really want to share everything with everybody at this moment. If there's a lot going on in your life and maybe you're a little bit worn out, I do see the Strength card in reverse. Maybe it's just time to kind of go within and reflect and decide how you want to move forward. You could be questioning possibly some of the friendships they're saying in your life right now. Maybe you feel like people have been holding back, or there's some secrets or information that you just don't want other people to know right now. So you're sort of holding back and keeping things to yourself. Not that you don't want to share necessarily, just that it's good to keep things close to your chest at times. Sometimes we just don't want to reveal everything all at once. This could be if you're meeting somebody new, which could be a very good possibility, that you might just hold back a little bit. Okay, so let's get into the recent past. We've got the Strength in reverse and the Ace of Swords, which tells me where there were places that you might have been putting effort to either get started into something new, or this could have been energy that you were putting into a partnership, a past relationship, that it feels like it wore you down a bit and you didn't feel like you could move forward anymore, or right now you don't have the energy to deal with whatever's going on. Again, this is the recent past, so that could have been something that was just a little bit draining on your energy. Then we have the Queen of Wands in the current energy and the Four of Pentacles in reverse, which is great. I like that. Here, this means that you're possibly not holding back maybe on things that are important to you. In other words, if you feel like spending money on something that's going to make you feel good, the Queen of Wands is very passionate, very sexy, wants to feel good about herself. She's got a lot of fire in her because she's a fire energy. So you could be dealing with a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. In this case, I really feel like this is an indication, Spirit saying, spend some money on you. You've worked hard. You've been through what feels like kind of an exhausting time in the recent past. There could have been quite a few changes in your life, and maybe now it's just time to really focus on what makes you feel good. So don't be afraid to spend a little bit of money on yourself. You've earned it. You work hard. That's really beautiful energy. And then in the near future, we've got the Six of Cups and the Two of Swords. So this tells me that there might be a bit of a decision to make. There could be somebody coming back in your life. I get the feeling like this person sort of revisits whenever they feel like, and they come back in and they say, oh, but can't we just be friends? Or, I do love you. Let's at least try to have some sort of communication. And I think right now you're just going to say, you know what? That's not really what I want. You're kind of keeping to yourself. Again, with the Moon in reverse, and then the Nine of Wands. Where things have gone wrong, you're not going to repeat that. So in other words, if somebody has possibly done something that created this sort of wall, in other words, you built up a boundary with the Knight of Wands, you're holding on to recognizing that you don't want to repeat that pattern, and it's okay to maybe be a little bit defensive, put up those walls. Know that you want to keep to yourself in order to preserve your energy. I think that's really the key point here, is to preserve that energy. And then we have the Hermit card. So again, that's, staying within. Having the wisdom to know when to share things and when not to. And keeping things kind of mysterious is what I feel like. And then we have the Hierophant. This to me in this particular placement feels like not only the inner wisdom that you get from the Hierophant where you've gone within, but also sort of like leveling up on a spiritual level. So maybe putting more effort and energy into those types of things. And that could be the things that you don't necessarily want to share with other people. It's your business. And listen, if other people aren't doing the same things, maybe they don't understand it. And that's okay. They don't have to. This is a transformation for you with the Death card. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Virgo. I'm feeling Aries really strongly as well. So here, this just says you've gone through a really big transformation and you're still going through it. And I think Spirit's advice to you is to sort of pull back where you feel like you may have given too much to others in the past and hold on to things that are sacred to you, especially your time and where you spend your energy, your efforts, your money, and really focus on doing that for you now instead of maybe for other people the way you did before. This could be that people are sort of questioning what you're up to. And again, just not wanting to share that, it feels like. It's okay to go through our transformation. Sometimes we just need to do that work within and not talk about it. Okay, so let's clarify and see what energy comes through for the Strength card. Show me why the Strength is in reverse for Taurus, please. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords, the Strength in reverse again, clarifying, and then the Five of Swords. This makes perfect sense. So stepping away from toxic energies, things that maybe manipulative people, or this could be things about people coming to light. With the Moon in reverse, you could have found out some things that weren't so pleasant about people that you thought you knew. And then with the Five of Swords in reverse, the Strength in reverse, and the Ten of Swords, this is really finding the strength to get past disappointments, things that have hurt you in the past. And the Five of Swords, not wanting to argue about it, sort of taking a step back and saying, I'm going to make these decisions for myself, and if other people don't like it, well, that's just too bad, because I'm not going to fight about how I feel, why I hold back, how I spend my money, how I treat myself, what I do with my life is my choice, and I don't have to explain that to other people. With the Ten of Swords in reverse again, this is getting through those disappointments, and it can be extremely exhausting when you've been through a lot and there's been situations where people have disappointed you and you really don't know what to do with that energy. While you shift and go through this transformation, it's teaching you to back away and not fight it, because you need to rebuild your strength, especially if there's a lot going on in your life right now. I actually want to go ahead and get more clarifiers on the Ace of Swords. This feels like a new beginning, and I think it might have been where there were efforts made to have a new beginning with possibly a partner, and each time you may have tried, you felt like it just couldn't continue. Yep, and then we have Death card again. So again, transformation, saying that you have transformed probably out of this relationship. We've got the World card, which tells me this cycle has ended, allowing people to take advantage. All those things that maybe were draining you, now you've come to this place where you have an understanding that you can't do that anymore. You can't give of yourself so completely to the point where you're drained, and then you find that the other person doesn't reciprocate the things that you're doing. Not that we give to get, but having an understanding that we deserve balance, which is the Six of Cups in the future position. That just says you're now realizing where you want to find balance in your relationships in your life. And the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, feeling drained and feeling like you can't find a way to move forward, but now recognizing the reasons why. This could also just be that you want to find a way to become more financially stable. And then with the Page of Pentacles in reverse, this tells me that there's someone who could have kind of a youthful energy. Doesn't matter what age they are. It just feels like maybe they're having trouble financially and could have been relying on you or asking for help in some way. And now I feel like you've sort of turned your back on that and said, you know what, I can't. This cycle's over for me. I'm not going to do this again and again and again, regardless of who the people are. Friends, a partner, even family. Okay, so let's get some clarifiers on the Queen of Wands. Again, this feels like really fiery, kind of feeling good about yourself, just wanting to put your energy into you, taking the time to spend money where you may not have before, to do fun things or just take care of you. Then we have the Ten of Cups, which is beautiful, the Queen of Swords, incredible. And then we have the Justice in reverse. If there was a situation that you weren't happy in, maybe you don't feel like you got justice in it, but I don't think you really are sitting in a place where you feel like that person needs to pay if they did you wrong or anything like that. You are now taking this time to find your own happiness. If a partner comes along, it feels like great. If you're in a current relationship, the more time you spend loving on you, the more attractive you are to your partner energetically. It doesn't mean that you have to do all these fancy things like the makeup, the hair for women, or for guys, you know, having to be perfectly physically fit or anything like that. It just means energetically putting that back into yourself, and then that in turn makes you more exciting and more attractive to the opposite sex, same sex, whatever you are. I don't judge here. But it just seems to be making you feel really, really good and really happy. So we have the Queen of Swords is all about cutting through the BS. She's not going to tolerate things, especially when she's in a really good place. And this feels like things have started to move forward and you're finding that happiness again. That rainbow is a symbol to me of feeling joy, very colorful, and just not wanting to deal with the things that maybe you had been dealing with in the past. You're not stuck anymore. I feel like this is clearly saying that you've figured these things out as you've put more energy into yourself and you've cut through the BS, maybe even cut friends, family, whoever it was out of your life. If you've gone through this transformation, and again, I say this in all my readings, if you're going through a spiritual journey right now, then people start to fall away from your life. And sometimes we have to cut them out because they just don't want to let go. They don't like the new version of you because they got used to the old version. And I think you're really happy with the choices that you made because you're not blindfolded anymore. There's no question that you see things for what they are. I don't feel there's a sense of being stuck anymore. It's such a beautiful energy. I actually got goosebumps. All right, so with the Six of Cups in the near future, this could be somebody coming towards you from your past. Let's see what this is about. So we have the Chariot in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Four of Wands. And then we have the Knight of Wands. So this is going to be for somebody whose ex is coming back. I don't think that you're going to want to... It feels like they come with a lot of baggage. Let's put it that way. I don't think they've cleared their energy or worked on themselves enough that you'd be willing to take them on at this point. You've made too many beautiful changes and come to a place where you're really feeling good about where you are. And I think this is just going to feel like another burden. And instead of maybe allowing it to creep back in, I think this time you're really just going to say no. So then we have the Chariot card in reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. This tells me that you've already walked away from something that wasn't moving forward. It could have been a Cancer that you were dealing with, and or I'm actually picking up a lot of Earth, so it could have been a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. In this case, knowing that something isn't going to go in the direction that you had hoped for or expected it, I think you're accepting that now. Instead of trying to force things forward to create this Four of Wands, you're going to wait and not move forward with any energy, especially if it's somebody from the past that isn't going to be the person that's either what feels like a soulmate or a twin flame, if that's what you're really wanting in your life, or someone that you could settle down with. If this person's not stable, I don't think you're going to accept them in your world. I just really feel like you've come to a place that you know exactly what you want and what kind of stability you want to create in your life, with or without a partner. And I do believe that you're going to find that in the future because you've done so much work here and you've come to a place where you're really happy within. So the tough decision that we see down here, I don't really think we need to clarify, but I will get a couple cards just to see, because I think this person's going to come back and tell you that they still have love for you, or they're just going to want to, they just said energy vampire. So whether this be a partner, friends, whatever it is, I feel like people tend to draw on your energy. And I know that's tough for anyone who loves their family, their friends, and or a person from the past. But at this point, again, I can't say it enough. Yeah, no, you've moved away from this energy. You're really happy. Okay, judgment in reverse. You could have possibly, by the way, guys, stick around. I'll get the energy of the person that's on your mind, regardless if it's an ex or someone that you're currently just dating. If this doesn't seem to be making sense and you just want to check in on the energy of a person that's on your mind, we can do that as well. So this could have been a marriage, because I do have the Four of Wands and the Judgment card. It could have been a divorce, maybe not something that's easy, or this is what's coming because all of these changes have happened. You've made a decision that you need to move forward and get out of this relationship. And here we have exactly what I was talking about. I want to start with the justice, because you will get justice in this situation. Don't be concerned about that. Everything's going to end up balancing out with her scales. But what I want to focus on here, and it doesn't matter if you're male or female, how gorgeous she is. It's like you're feeling that sex appeal, that just feeling really good about who you are. And you're not going to let anybody create that imbalance again in your life. You're too happy. You're celebrating the things that are making you happy. You're having fun with the people who matter to you. And you've walked away, moved away, Six of Swords, with people who just either aren't upfront, aren't honest. If you've been lied to in the past, you're not going to tolerate that anymore. You're too excited and too happy about the changes. And you're looking completely stunning. I'm just going to say stunning. Okay. So that's incredible energy. I'm really happy for you guys. So I'm going to pick these cards up now. So stick around for a second. Once I clean these up, or while I do, go ahead and think about the person whose energy you want me to tap into. We'll see how they're feeling, and then get your energy and some romance angels also, and then we'll get Lover's Oracle as well. So this is for Taurus's person. I know about the energy. Taurus's person, whoever's on their mind. Okay, so somebody's not putting much effort in anymore. I think they feel super stuck. So we've got the Eight of Pentacles and the Seven of Pentacles. This is interesting. So whoever you're thinking about is in a lot of pain right now. With you, we've got the Hanged Man in reverse, which is perfect. Justice in reverse. The Ace of Cups in reverse, and then the Knight of Cups. And then we've got the Queen of Cups. This is absolutely perfect. This goes along with the reading, because this is your energy. You're feeling emotionally stable. You're in a good place there. Not really wanting to be shaken is the sense I just keep getting. It's all about giving love to yourself and recognizing where other people draw too much energy and re-energizing you so that you can not only get through your day, but also find the joy that you know you deserve to have in your life. So the person's energy is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Seven of Pentacles. It's like they put in a lot of work, and then they just kind of stand back and think that it's going to grow on its own. It's kind of a push-pull type of energy I'm picking up on. Again, heavy earth energy, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. It's like they do, then they don't. Then they do, then they don't. And they're super stuck. They don't know which way to go, and they're heartbroken. Do I think there was a third party? There could have possibly been. Maybe their energy is just kind of all over the place, and they don't really know they don't know which situation to work on. That's what I'm sensing. So if you're having the feeling that this person is with another, I'm going to say there's a good possibility that they're either dating or they've got at least one other energy in their space. For you with the Hangman in reverse, again, this is great energy. It just means you're not stuck. You're not in limbo anymore. With the Ace of Cups in reverse, I don't feel like you really want to move forward with this. I think there's a little bit of that, they just said the song, I've lost that loving feeling. And then Justice in reverse, not feeling, again, like I said earlier, justice in the situation, but it will come. It will definitely come. And then we have the Knight of Cups, which tells me that there's a new energy. Somebody wants to come towards you and let you know that they have feelings towards you. I definitely feel like you're more interested in what's to come. If you haven't met anybody yet, keep your eyes open, because all this work that you're doing on you is attracting a lot more energy towards you. All right, so let's get the romance angels and see if we can get any more clarification. I just don't think you want to start over in this situation. It could be, you know, it's never easy. I understand heartbreak sucks. I think your person's a little bit more heartbroken than you even realize. All right, so we've got flirt, playfulness, and forgiving and learning. And then religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path, as I said earlier. So this could be the reason why a current partner or somebody from the recent past could have fallen away, because you started to grow out of that relationship. All right, so then we have flirt, extend your lighthearted energy to others, exactly what we were talking about, playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. And then forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. I think this really says it all. It's forgiving the past, things that didn't work out, paying attention to your spiritual growth, having fun and celebrating like we saw earlier, and definitely getting out there and flirting. If you want somebody new, if it's someone you're in a relationship with now and you want to work on it, some of these things could be important in order to get things moving again, if you feel like things haven't been able to move forward. And maybe there were some things that had happened that need to be forgiven and released so that the two of you can continue moving on. All right, so let's get your Lover's Oracle, and then we'll get the Wisdom of the Oracle cards for the last bit of your reading to close it out. This is the card they want. Look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. So if you have any questions about the things that have been happening and how difficult it's been to release people, that's just that going within that we talked about with the Hermit card. All right. So let's get your last bit of advice from these Oracle cards. Let's see. This is for Taurus. We've got poised, here and now, to be fair, and then all that glitters. And I think this is you. This is a 7 energy, which is absolutely beautiful. Everything you touch turns to gold, could be the statement that you could use for this. Maybe not everything that glitters is gold, so this is kind of a warning as well, is what I'm picking up, to really check people out as they start to enter your life. If they're new people starting to fill your world because you've released some old energies, that would be just pay attention. All right, so we have poised, gorgeous. That's a 12, it's 48, but it reduces to a 12 and then a 3. This is you. Everything that I sense about your energy right now is all about being poised. Standing, what's the word they wanted to say? Just feeling really good. I'm just going to go with that because that's really what I sense. And then we have 32, which reduces to a 5, here and now. Knowing that the more you're in the present moment, the better you're going to feel. If you're not thinking so much about the past, you healed that, and you're not putting all your energy into the future, you're just focused on what's going on right here and now, that's going to be important to maintain that happiness and those feelings moving forward. You're going to learn that if you're going through your journey. And then we have to be fair, and that reduces to an 11. So I think there's a part of you that wants to be fair to every relationship in your life. You're very grounded, obviously, with being an earth sign. And in this case, the 11 to me is about a soulmate and a partner moving forward. And you want to make sure that there's a fair situation, a balanced situation before you take any steps towards something possibly new, or this is what you're recreating in a current relationship, and releasing from the past. Because if it wasn't fair in the past, some people just don't change, and we have to learn to accept that. Okay, Taurus, I hope you enjoyed your reading. Thank you so much for staying with me till the end. If this resonated or you liked the video, could you please give it a like and comment below, and also subscribe. We'd love to have you here. If you'd like a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. I love you guys to pieces. Have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in next week's video. Take care. Bye.